My name is Jeff Nelsen, and I'm a musician. I play French horn and I teach. Well, usually, if I have 2 weeks, I usually take the first 13 days and do other things. Yeah, now that you're making me think about and put a process on it. It definitely depends on what it is, whether it's writing, or I wrote a weekly blog for a year, and then Blair was born, so I haven't written in the last 3.5 years, but I did it every week. But it was, I think I'd release it for Wednesday morning, so I'd write it from 11 p.m. Tuesday till 4 in the morning, and edit, kind of. So for writing, I had a template structure of 2 ideas, the big main concept, and then make it a little bit more specific, and then 3 points to make it clear, and then a to-do. So I'd throw that in the pages, and it was always too much. And then I'd edit it down, and it was pretty great, because after a year of writing, I found one of the things I learned was I was qualifying myself less and less. And I was less often saying, in my opinion, the nice, polite Canadian, and saying, because I'm the one writing, this is my opinion anyway. So that was good, to get more efficient with my word usage and how many words, and if there's any word that I could do without. It was fun to refine it and take it out. With horn, it's usually at midnight at the end of the day, and I forgot to practice, and with kids and everything else, and that was the structure. And having rejoined Canadian Brass with the full-time teaching position here, that's the time I play horn down in the basement, and soundproof and all that, and so I've become really efficient with technical aspects, I guess. I have a lot of 3 things. So one is the how, the what, and the why. So the how is technical things, and we need that. We need to know what buttons to push and all that, but that's the lamest of the 3. I want to transcend that as quickly as possible and get into the what sounds did Mozart want, and what would serve the quintet, what would serve this or that. And I'm way better mentally if I'm focusing on that in performance rather than technique. And then the why, I'm out there to show off and show how loud I can play, or serve the music and just share this moment the character might have worried about death and whatever stories, and instead of just accuracy. So there's those concepts, and that I think runs through most of my creative process: how, what, and why. And the what and why are the real big ones. I realized one thing with the creative process is that habits are a result. So I'm there doing good work, and if I do that long enough, I end up building good habits. There's a book a horn colleague gave me. It was How the Best Get Better, and he said that if you ever get to a point where you've stopped learning, or you think you've stopped learning, you've hit the wall, you've hit what he calls the ceiling of complexity, and at this point all you can do is break it all down and start again. I love that. And that's what we do every day with our routine, or with what we do. Yeah, it's great talking about creative process for each person. But when you break it all down and start again, you bring with it all the habits you've made so far, good and bad, or hireable and unmarriable, and then build it again and keep going over and over and over again. Whether it's every 5 minutes, every day, every week, that circle of performance, from preparation to performance and back again. Yeah, and for me, it boils down to self-knowledge, and getting to know yourself, and then bring that up to the magic line between backstage and on stage, wherever that performance is, whether it's meeting somebody or show and tell, shooting a free throw, playing music, that you bring all you got every time, and then you share it, and you get comments, and the world tells you if it's hireable or not, and enjoyable. But there's always someone who enjoys it out there. It's the other thing, to be able to, and that creativity is mixing yourself with the content and giving it, over and over again. So that's the magic of music and sports, I think, too. It's a very highly performance-based thing. You go practice it, and then it's that same creative circle. Yeah, for sure. I mean, you would if you're an expert, but that's a super small part of the population. That's definitely a big part of Canadian Brass, is we play for non-musicians.